This feeling burning from inside, living in this city, it took me by surprise. This feeling overshadowing my doubt. If I follow it in, will I ever come back out? We meet uptown beneath the moon, Central Park, our dining room. Its vaulted ceiling touched the sky, caterpillar to butterfly. She changed the world before my eyes. Then one night she ran down the street. I screamed her name, wait for me. Chased her miles, I couldn't see her anymore. Got lost in circles, circled back to my front door. I saw a girl with a pretty face in the window of my favorite place, reflecting on the years that passed and other loves that didn't last, smiling in memory's embrace. This feeling burning from inside, living in this city, I've laughed and I have cried. This feeling has helped me realize when I follow it in, I find that I'm alive and I'll survive.
Cassie, it's stupid, all these... everything, reminds me. It's like these little leftover pieces of you. It's like I can't even eat mint chocolate chip ice cream without thinking, Cassie, Cassie, Cassie. And about how the first time I met you was in the hallway of our apartment building, March 3rd. It was almost 2 a.m. on a Sunday. You were on the ground, leaning against your door, looking like a bird that was too drunk to fly. I had spent the night cleaning out my apartment, and I was taking out the trash. And I had just watched so many sad movies, in the mood to cry and wallow. I like your dress. Locked out?
Yeah.
I hate this. Are none of your roommates awake?
No.
I'm sorry. Looks like you had one hell of a time. Why was I trying to make jokes? Why did I want you to laugh at them? Alright, I filled my quota of likable interactions. Let's be done.
Wait, no. I just.
I didn't understand a single word you were saying. You looked straight into my eyes. You were very pretty. I realized you made me more drunk than I had thought. What's your name?
Cassie.
With a K?
No, with the C. The right way. What's your name?
Guess.
Queen of the hallway. Trash person. No, giraffe. It's giraffe.
You got it.
Really?
I mean, I'm not that tall, but okay. You look genuinely hopeful. No, it's just Jane. You start laughing hysterically.
Why are you awake?
Why are you awake? Ew. I was just watching the movie Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind with Kate Winslet. Just stop speaking now. You've said enough. It's my favorite movie. I've seen it like 8 times. The ending just gets me. Shh. Because everyone thinks it's a sad ending, but they keep finding each other's beautiful. I cry every time. Please stop speaking. Too much. Redirect. Have you seen it?
No.
It's good. I felt bad you were locked out. Do you have a boyfriend you could call? Maybe sleep at his place? You started crying, sobbing even. I could call the super.
No.
I could break down the door. You have a nice laugh. Do you want to sleep in my apartment? I have a couch. You mumbled something along the lines of,
At least buy me dinner first.
you're funny. You stand up and I motion you towards my door. You go in and throw up into my toilet 14 times. I tie your hair back. It smells like vomit, which makes me want to vomit. I rub your back and make sure you're all right. You keep throwing up. I get you some water and Doritos, which makes you throw up more. You start to cry. You throw up again. And I grab an extra trash bag and set it up next to my bed.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine. It really is. For other people, I would be annoyed, but you are truly too helpless to be upset at.
Can you tell me a bedtime story?
Once upon a time, there was a depressed donkey.
Oh, sad.
Yes, sad. And he was so lonely because even though he had friends, they were always busy and had such interesting lives they didn't have time for him.
Donkey, no.
Then the donkey met a bird who had broken wings.
This is the saddest story ever.
So the donkey helped the bird heal and soon they became friends. But by the time the bird's wings had healed, the bird liked the donkey too much, so the bird never flew away, and the donkey was never lonely. The end. You fell asleep on top of my bed, clothes and shoes still on. I fell asleep on the couch after locking the door. I haven't seen her in weeks. She knows all these secrets about me. Isn't that creepy? That she's out there knowing all these things that I barely know about myself. Sometimes I think I see her when I'm out walking, but I realize it's just my neighbors. But it leaves me feeling less hurt than I expected, like I'm watching it from afar. When do you stop being a child? When you lose your virginity, when a loved one dies, when you start enjoying NPR. The next morning, I woke up wondering if I had done the right thing. You come out looking a little like a train wreck, and I forgot to set an alarm, so I'm late for class.
Hey, I'm really, really sorry about last night. I'm so embarrassed. I don't normally do that sort of thing, and
It's fine.
thank you. When I woke up, at first I thought someone had snuck in my room and changed all of my decorations.
Oh, that would be a good prank, though. I have to go to class, but feel free to use my shower if you can't get back into your apartment.
Oh, thanks. What do you study?
Oh, right. It's environmental studies with a minor in history, but I sort of hate it. I also work at Petco, if that counts.
Well, that counts, but why not do something you love?
Who fucking knows what I love? I love everything until I have to do it. Then it's awful. I spent all day in class incredibly bored out of my mind. There was this cute boy in my class. He has long hair, and I caught him staring at me sometimes, or maybe he catches me staring at him. It's hard to tell. Thought about what I was going to do later that night. Maybe, stay in, watch a movie, or maybe text my friends, Think about my best friend, Emily. I haven't seen her in weeks, but no fault of my own. I gag a little, remembering you throwing up. When I got home that night, there was a bottle of Head and Shoulders shampoo sitting in front of my door with a note saying,
I used up the last of it. Thanks again, Jane the
I
giraffe.
feel a little electric jolt in my heart. My mind starts wandering. Call sister, by emergency. Make sure you're not getting sick. Maybe I'm just sad. Make sure I'm not sad. Then a knock. It was you.
Jane, I have a problem. You have to help me.
What's wrong?
I'm so stupid. Wait. Have you eaten dinner yet?
No. Why do you ask?
Well, I accidentally made too much pasta and I can't eat it all.
I always wonder if you did that on purpose, and since refrigerators do exist, I knew you had ulterior motives, but I didn't really care.
Would you please do me a huge favor and eat some of it?
Maybe. What kind is it?
Penne and marinara sauce.
Deal. Is it cool if we eat on my bed?
Perfect.
You run back into your apartment and bring out a full pot of pasta. You hand me a napkin and a fork. I can't really remember if it was good or not. I remember you, the way you sat on my bed like you had sat there 1,000 times before.
Okay. Ask me any question, anything you want to ask me.
You always listened to me like what I had to say was interesting and important. Like to you it was. I always wonder if you were that way with everyone or just me. If you could bring any movie on a desert island, what movie would it be?
Harry Potter, the third one.
Wow. Bold. Your turn.
I want to listen to music. What's your favorite part of yourself?
Are you a self-help book?
Answer the question.
I guess my humor... But I hate saying that because it's always like, be funny, and I'm terrible under pressure. Or my hair. I have nice hair, I think.
I like both those things.
Okay, when you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grow up?
Oh, a scientist, or a director, or a detective. I didn't really know. Something about solving puzzles. I really liked puzzles.
Looking back, I could see the thinly veiled metaphor you can interpret that as, but in the moment, it wasn't really.
Okay. Ooh, okay. What is one moment of your life that at the time was small, but you think actually changed you a lot?
One time, my goldfish jumped out of its tank, and I just watched it flop until it died.
That's hilarious.
Some nights I think about it and I cry.
I never had a fish. Weird.
I'd eat goldfish. Every time one would die, my parents would buy me a new one. Then I would name it Goldie, again and again. Goldie number 1 through 8. It's late, and I've made significant additions to my collection of Cassie facts. That you're allergic to shellfish, you're afraid of snakes, you believe everyone's bisexual, you're a dog person, you have this fear you'd die in a boating accident. I had trouble falling asleep that night. My mind was buzzing with Cassie and questions. Here are some Jane facts. I have a fear of heights. I don't like the texture of tomatoes. I've never been in a serious relationship, and I have a double-jointed thumb. I had never had a friend like that, someone who I was nervous to text, but who knew so much about me. You told me once?
I feel like I've always known you. Like, you just fit.
It was like having a summer camp friend who you make a friendship bracelet for, but forget their name after a few months. Except it was January and you were shit at crafts.
And I never went to sleepaway camp. Yeah, all my friends were the people who went to my school or played soccer with me or my brother.
I have a theory that youngest children always are friends. All my friends have always been the youngest. You are too, but you have lots of friends. People who, when I ask how you know them, you can't quite remember. My friends always took a long courting period of texts and outings until I was sure we were friends. But you walked through life like everyone was your friend.
Every stranger is a potential friend.
Or a serial killer.
Who needs a friend?
That or you made too much pasta way too often. You come over a couple days later. Emily and her boyfriend stop by because they wanted to borrow some ingredients to bake a cake, and honestly, they're probably tired of each other. I introduce you to them. I think Emily likes you. Emily's one of those people that seems scary but really cries during an animated movie, and her boyfriend, on the other hand, is probably killed a rabbit once when he was 12 and had to go like a psych eval. Nevertheless, I hope they like you. This time of year in New York is my favorite. Everything is thawing and the lights hit the building in a certain way that makes you think, should I watch When Harry Met Sally? You'd only lived in New York for 3 weeks. I'd lived here for 4 years. You tell me how you finished college a year early. I tell you about my gap year where I went to Thailand and worked at an elephant sanctuary. We realize you're exactly 2 months older than me. I assumed you were older. You seem older. I told you stuff I never told anyone before about my parents and about how I never felt like I'm gonna get married, about my 3-legged cat. You just sat there and looked at me. I always forget to look at people, but once you do, when you really look at someone, it's almost startling to really see someone like that. I don't really want the night to be over.
Should we watch a movie or something? Or are you too tired?
Yeah, let's watch a movie. I'm really not that tired.
I could tell you were lying.
Okay, I'm a little tired, but I still want to watch a movie, and I apologize in advance if I fall asleep.
Not the first time that has happened.
I learned early on that you were perpetually sleep deprived from an overwhelming need to please and not quite enough self-care.
Should I wake you up if you fall asleep?
Only if you want me to leave.
Great! We decided to watch Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind because you've never seen it before. We sit about a foot apart on the bed, you're wrapped up in an extra blanket, you fall asleep about 30 minutes in. I close my laptop after about an hour and turn off the lights. I fell asleep pretty easily, all things considered. I woke up the next morning with my head on your shoulder. I rolled away, pretending to still be asleep. You woke up and went home. You had something that day. What happens to all your secrets when you die? Do they get passed on? Do they evaporate into the ozone? Do they become the stars? I have so many secrets. They aren't mine. I'm so glad I get to know yours. So I guess we're friends now. It feels weird to have someone come into your life like that. Full force, no hesitation. Someone who's going to stay there for a while. We went to tons of places. We went to Coney Island. It's the first time I've been to the beach in forever. We went in the water and...
It's freezing.
we spotted an ice cream shop on the pier.
What's your favorite flavor?
Mint chip.
We are not the same.
You really don't have to buy me ice cream.
Consider it even.
Thanks. Wait, you look good. I want to take a picture of you.
We rode the Ferris wheel and I forgot I'm afraid of heights. There was one time we went to the Whitney. Modern art museums aren't really your thing, but it's pay as you want on Friday, so we went.
What is this supposed to be?
I think it's a face, maybe.
We left the museum, we walked along the Hudson.
Let's jump in.
I dare you to.
You didn't jump in like a coward, but neither did I. I take you to all the iconic New York places. We walk along the Brooklyn Bridge.
This is dope.
We watch the sunset over the East River. It's very romantic. It feels like I'm in one of those 80s New York rom-coms starring Tom Hanks. The next day we went to this pizza place uptown that is famous for its New York slice.
This is the best pizza ever.
It's pretty good.
It was incredible, but for some reason I don't want to admit that.
We are actually pretty close to Central Park.
Don't hate me, but I've never been there.
You've never been there?
Rookie. We split the check and we make our way to Central Park.
This place is magic.
Don't tell anyone that. This place is my secret hideaway.
The boats! Let's do the boats.
We did the boats.
I actually have this fear I'll die in a boating accident.
I know, you told me. I was surprisingly good at rowing, which I can tell you were impressed by. As we row, we talk about California and TV and your friends from high school you don't really talk to anymore. It started to get a little dark, and then we see a couple on the shore, hidden away, yelling at each other. We couldn't really make out what they were saying, but I could see tears streaming down the woman's face, or maybe I'm just imagining that.
What do you think they're fighting about? Do you think they're married? Or he's cheating on his wife and he's breaking it off?
Maybe, but they're dressed in fancy clothes.
Maybe an anniversary?
Do you think maybe it's one of those fights about something small, like he didn't tip enough, but really it's about the fact that he doesn't treat her like she's special?
That makes sense for them. They just kissed!
You hit my arm, signaling me to look at them.
I love you. I'm the guy. You be the lady.
Oh. And that's why I can't be with you anymore.
But work always comes first for me. You know that, Bianca.
Bianca's kind of a slut name, no offense.
But I'm your wife.
Do you really love me?
I just don't know anymore.
I have loved you since the day we met. I've loved you for longer than that. You're my best friend, and I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I love you. I love you. I love you, and I would fall in love with you over and over again if I could.
Oh, it's almost time to return the boats. We should row back.
I remember afterwards thinking that if there were a movie about us, that would be like the big scene. I remember there was this guy who had a crush on me in high school. We were friends. We went to prom together, and I could tell he had a crush on me, and it kind of made me feel sick, like sick to my stomach. Like I didn't like him back. We were better off friends, but I cringe every time I think about that. Maybe I'm giving myself too much credit. He's probably forgotten about me. I drop you off at your apartment. I go back into my apartment and fall asleep. Every other thought I have is Cassie. Did I turn off my flat iron? Cassie. Did I finish all my homework? Cassie. It's getting comically annoying. I feel like I'm going crazy. Cassie. You don't text me or call me. I don't see you for a week or two. I find out I failed one of my midterms. Cassie. Probably because I didn't study. Cassie. You're out of town for your brother's wedding? I've never been to a wedding before. One day. Cassie. I see the post on Instagram. You look very pretty. I want to text you, but I know you're busy, and I don't want to bother you. Emily and her boyfriend are throwing a party. I put on the sluttiest shirt and go. I know 2 people there, and I stand there feeling a mixed cocktail of stupid and embarrassed. I spot the guy from my class. We start talking. His name is
Jacob, but people call me Jay.
I laugh, but then realize that wasn't a joke. I pull my one and only flirtation move. Sorry, what was that? I get closer to him because I can't hear him. I can hear fine. Got him.
You look pretty.
I know I do.
Are we gonna kiss or what?
I say, impressing myself with how forward that was. We kiss. It's slobbery and cute. Like kissing a dog. Not in a gross way, but like in... Never mind. Is it bad that when I kiss people, I like to think about other things? Normally it's like the essay I haven't written yet, or that food that's probably expiring in my fridge, but all I think about is Cassie. We kiss for longer and eventually he tells me we probably shouldn't because he has a girlfriend back home. I could truly care less, but it did hurt a little. I wonder what Cassie would do if she were me. Would she have kissed him? Should I have kissed him? I realize I've never seen Cassie kiss anyone. Cassie got back from North Carolina a week later. We go out for ice cream and...
Hey, Cassie, can I ask you a weird question?
Yeah, what's up?
Do you ever think that you get back together with your ex-boyfriend?
No, I don't think so. He texted me. He's gonna be in New York and he wants to go to get dinner, but I don't think I'm gonna go. I haven't been thinking about him as much lately. I've been spending more time with you. This may sound kind of stupid or funny, but for a second I wondered if maybe, like, I don't know, that meant something. Like maybe you were more. But I realized I probably just miss him.
Did that make it awkward? I was just joking around, thought I'd tell you.
Awkward is an understatement.
Dude, it's all good.
How awkward that it could have meant something.
So, how was the wedding? You have a sister-in-law now. That's cool. I didn't really hear anything from you, so...
Sorry, I was really busy.
I was just worried, that's all.
I just didn't think you would care so much.
I do care.
Well, I'm here now.
Yeah, I see that.
I said I was sorry.
People who are actually sorry don't say sorry 12 times.
Why are you going after me?
You don't seem very sorry, that's all.
No, I am. I really am.
It's just that I missed you and I thought we were, I'm your friend. I just thought you would text me. Maybe that sounds stupid. I guess I just couldn't get you out of my mind. Do you ever get that? Or you tell yourself not to think about something but then not thinking about it? I just saw your photos on Instagram, so it's like, you were on your phone. Sorry, that is so needy. You don't need to text me. You don't need to do anything you don't want to do. I just thought you would want to. I was surprised. But I'm glad you had fun. I was actually pretty busy myself.
Okay.
But how are you? Did you do anything fun?
Nothing really, mostly schoolwork, actual work. I went to a party.
Ooh, a party. Anyone exciting?
I mean, kind of.
I don't want to tell you, but I want you to know.
Oh my gosh, what?
Just this cute boy in my class. I found out his name is Jay.
You seemed more excited than I expected.
Jay. Did you, find out other things? Did you kiss? Did you?
No. I don't really like him. He's a blip.
What's wrong? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm fine. Of course, there's 1,000 other things happening. There always is, but I'm fine.
I don't think you are.
Oh, and you know everything.
I know you.
No, you don't.
Sorry.
Please stop apologizing.
You won't stop staring at me.
You okay?
I'm fine.
I'm lying.
You're lying.
I'm not lying.
Totally lying.
Do you want to talk about it?
No.
Yes.
What's it about?
Nothing.
It's late. I should go. See you.
It was 8 p.m. And sometimes I get tired of talking, of thinking what to say to make sure I say the right thing in the correct way. I'll never fully know why you told me that. Act of courage or cruelty. Either way, it makes me hate you a little and hate me a little bit more. The first time I ever drank alcohol, I drank an entire bottle of Fireball and then threw up in the bathroom of a Denny's. I never drank Fireball again. It would take me right back to that Denny's bathroom. I told Cassie that on the second day I knew her. We keep getting ice cream and laying in my bed, but less frequently. I hate every second of it. But I'm too scared to do anything about it. You get busy with your job and your new friends. I see you every week and then month, and eventually I don't hear anything. Except that little voice in my head or my heart, which after all this time won't go away. The days trickled by. We were still friends, but I started pushing you away, or maybe you pushed me away. I see it's your birthday on Facebook, and I send you a text with the photo of us eating ice cream. It makes me happy. The last thing I say to you is, I can't remember anything without you. I forget you didn't stay awake till the end of the movie. I feel numb or sad, but sad isn't a good enough word. I feel underwater. So how does this end? Maybe the way it starts. The first time I met you was in the hallway of our apartment building. It was late. I was wearing jeans and a t-shirt. You looked like a bird that was too drunk to fly.
Locked out?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Is that right?
Do you mind if I sit with you for a while?
You look straight into my eyes. You're very pretty. I realized you may be more drunk than I had thought.
What's your name?
Cassie.
With a K?
Yeah.
Or maybe I was the one locked out and drunk, sitting on the floor, heartbroken, but that's not who I get to be. Or you don't even get locked out. You remember your key. Maybe I went out with my friends that night and completely missed you. Or you sleep on my couch and we stay friends and I don't fuck it all up. Or maybe I told you honestly how I feel and you kissed me, then maybe you'll still be here now. Maybe. But it doesn't matter because you refused to speak to me and I just want to see you and I can't take it anymore. You left me and you know everything about me and I don't know why it makes me feel the way I do, but if I say that out loud, then there's so much else I have to say and I'm scared. My mom calls me and tells me she booked me a flight for tomorrow morning.
Cassie? Hello, Cassie. If you're in there, can I talk to you? Cassie, open the door. I just don't know why you're doing this. Please, I miss you a lot, Cassie. Fine. You have to come home from work eventually. I'll just wait. Well, if you aren't there, I guess I missed my chance. Maybe you're right. I think you knew. You saw the way I looked at you. Actually, I saw the way you looked at me. That is not how you look at everyone. I know it isn't. Or maybe I'm imagining that. That's a good trick then. Call me the game of life, because you just fucking played me.
What? That's funny.
Cassie! Cassie, you were right. God, I can't take this anymore. Open the door, Cassie. This is ridiculous. Did I do something wrong? Please, Cassie, this isn't funny. Open the door!
But now we're on opposite sides of the country and I have no way to get to you. It makes me laugh how foolishly I fell for you. I keep playing it over and over, and falling in love is like shattering all 4 fingers in your right hand. Painful, But I would do it again if it meant I get to meet you. Because I can still feel something, so I'm not dead yet. And I can still laugh at this whole thing because it's just a big joke I played on myself. I wish I could forget you, but they say the first thing you forget about someone is their voice, and I can still hear you.
Hey, tell me a joke.
Why did the whale cross the ocean?
Why?
To get to the other tide.
That sucks.
Thank you.